manufactured on May 27th of 2011. Just following May 27th of 2011. When we first opened, we were considered the longest launch coaster in the entire country. We were also one of the longest coasters in the country for the first year or so. And then they started building rides that are a lot longer than ours. Our ride was manufactured by Intamin, a roller coaster company based out of Europe. They manufactured 2 other rides inside inside of Florida. Those include Hagrid's Adventures out in Universal and Velocicoaster. So we're one of 3 rides in the state of Florida that was manufactured by Intamin. So if you come closer, you see right here on the middle of the track, we have something. This is a magnet, and this magnet's name is called a stator. So stators are our names on LSMs that we call that help launch the trains. In between each train, there are two-sided magnets, and then the magnet in between helps propel the train forward. And that's what the job of the magnets are on the actual track. So we have 3 different launches. We have the first launch, which is in the station, which is about 40 miles per hour. Then we have our second launch, which is also our longest launch, which runs up to 0 to Cheetah, which is about 60 miles an hour. And then we have our third launch on the other side of the park, which is about 40 miles an hour. When you get to launch 3, there is something that we call a parabola, but so technical term is parabola, but the actual name that we use here is the bunny hop. Basically, it's a feeling of weightlessness on the ride. So basically, it feels like you lose complete gravity, and then you're floating for a few seconds, and then you drop right back down. Down below, we have something that we call our supply cable. So the job of our supply cable is to transport all of our cables that are connected into the ride across the entire ride. So think of a communication line. We have to be able to communicate to the ride. The ride has to be able to communicate to us. So our panel gets all the messages that these supply lines carry. Basically, their job is to communicate to us up in panel to let us know if anything's wrong, or if anything, how fast train is going, stuff like that. Another thing with the supply cables, those run about 1.1 miles long. So that's the entire length of our track, which is about 1.1 miles long. And that runs through the entirety of our track. If you guys follow me down, this is where you definitely want to get all your pictures in the video. This is the reason why. So this is the cause of this damage from a phone. So an iPhone did this. So your phone falls out of your pocket, gets caught under one of our wheels. Our wheels are not like regular car wheels, they are wheels. So that it's just gonna drag it through the entirety of the track, and it's not gonna roll over, it's just gonna drag it. So basically, this is the damage that this would do if you left your phone and your phone came out of your pocket. That puts everybody else at risk on the ride, and this is why we tell guests never to have phones loose articles on the ride.
You can get some nasty injuries if it falls on disc person.
What happened?
You can get some nasty injuries if it like falls on
Yeah,
disc
definitely. That's exactly why we tell about the loose articles. I can tell you, I've seen it a few times happen where a guest will have a water bottle in their pocket, water bottle falls out, and then it flies backwards. Because when you're going forward, all that's going backwards. So.
Yeah.
Usually we have a display of box of phones. I don't know where they put it at, but basically all the boxes is a whole bunch of broken phones that the ride has done. The guarantee of when you get your phone back of it being completely good is slim to none, because you're going so fast on this ride, your phone falls out your pocket, it's breaking immediately.
Unless it's like a Samsung.
Or when you are going slow, you're on like top.
If it's like an old
Or if
Samsung.
you're over the water, it's gone.
I mean, yeah, if you're over the water, we can't go out there and grab it. The only time we can grab it is if we shut the water pump off completely, and then we have to wait 2 hours for it to completely drain to go out there. So basically, your phone is gone. Other than that, this is one of our battery packs. So we have 2 different kind of battery packs. We have this one that we now use. We don't use this one as much anymore, but if this one was to ever fault out, we would go ahead and use this one. But basically, all we would do is we'll stick this into the back of the port. So there's a port on the back of each coach that we stick this in if we were to ever go and escort guests off the ride. The reason for that being is we lose electricity to the ride and they can't get the ride restarted, and we have to go out. All of my ambassadors have to go out, and then we have to go restart the ride.
Yeah.
Other than that, this is just one of our older battery packs. It's about 40 pounds.
So you have to carry that upstairs. You have to carry it
So
upstairs.
we carry these upstairs. If y'all want to give it a lift and try to see how heavy it is.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Pretty heavy.
Oh, I'll try this. This is my non-dominant hand too. Oh yeah, that is heavy.
So that's why we downgraded to the smaller, compact ones. It's a lot more easier to like carry the suitcase. And it doesn't require as much strength to carry. Other than that, that's the end of the tour here. I'm going to take you guys so you can ride the ride.